Would you support lowering the voting age to 16? Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley is introducing legislation to make that change effective in time for the next presidential election. WBZ's Anaridis Rodriguez is live in studio on this story tonight. Anaridis, clearly her hope is to get younger voters engaged with the process.
That's right, Paula. She says that young people are organizing and calling lawmakers to action. But critics say the push for younger voters triggers a partisan debate, and it is a distraction from the real issues behind voters' rights.
Amendment number 127, which would lower the minimum voting age in federal elections from 18 to 16 years of age.
And with that, Representative Ayanna Pressley files legislation to lower the voting age to 16.
These very same young people should also have a say in who represents them.
The freshman Massachusetts Congresswoman introduced the amendment yesterday as part of the For the People Act. The massive government reform bill, backed by Democrats, is making the rounds on Capitol Hill.
I do think, though, that we need to consider whether somebody's going to be able to vote but may not be able to serve or may not be able to do some of the other things an adult may do.
I've worked, I pay taxes. We have the responsibilities, we have the rights. At 16, I can be tried as an adult in a court of law and be sentenced to prison for the rest of my life. Why can't I vote to reform our criminal justice system?
Felix Brody and Jack Torres are juniors at Somerville High School. Both are part of the Vote 16 Coalition, a youth movement aiming to give a voice to those who are civically engaged. They say 18 is an age when most are transitioning out of the home and not thinking about voting.
And so starting that civic engagement and starting those responsibilities as a 16-year-old leads to a life of trust in the government.
On Beacon Hill, Secretary of State William Galvin says he welcomes the debate, but making it happen would require changing the Constitution.
The United States Constitution speaks of 18-year-old being the minimum age. There is some language in that amendment that does allow for the Congress to take some action.
Secretary Galvin says in Massachusetts, people as young as 16 can work the polls and pre-register to vote. Live in the studio tonight, I'm Anaridis Rodriguez, WBZ News.